Hello, saber collectors. Today I have a reveal of an install done by Jeremy Pucket over at Solo Sabers LLC. I'd gotten this saber back in January of 2022. This is the Shadowfoil Props and Phoenix Props child. Now this is the dark version. Took me a while to go ahead and get it installed. I had the chassis already for a while and finally decided to go ahead and have it installed. Now, as you can see, I have my custom box that I made for it. Hopefully I'll be doing this with all my sabers, but I do have a mud horn symbol and a fallen Jedi wing. I also have the Shadowfoil logo. Excuse it for being a little dusty. Set that aside. Now Jeremy also went ahead and made me a 7/8 inch, 18 inch recessed blade for this. It is a Neopixel. Let me pull this cap off. You can see it is recessed in there. Did a beautiful job. And let me get the keys, the Allen wrenches rather, for these. It does have 3 retaining screws for the blade / blade plug. Actually, I'm not going to take that out yet. I'm going to go over the saber itself. Now, as we remove the pommel, you can see in here we have the speaker and a speaker pod with stock pogo pins and matching connector. This just falls in here and it makes contact with those pogo pins. You get sound out of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull back this. Actually, I'm going to push it forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the clamp card out. I'm going to go ahead and remove the 2 plungers. This is for the auxiliary and main power. And what I have to do is, there is a retention screw in here for the chassis. As you can see, it does not come out. Jeremy did this excellently. And this is just a grub screw that fits in here that will go ahead and hold the chassis in place. When I don't have to take it out all the way, but you can see that I've backed it out and now the chassis can come out. As you can see, this is a Proffi 2.2 with access to the SD card and the micro USB on that side. I also went ahead and had him put in a Bluetooth module in this. Up here you can see the holes here for retention screws, but I only use the back one. The other screw on the chassis, on the control box, holds in the control box itself. You have ignition and auxiliary switches there. This is the chassis that I got from Shapeways. This is the one that Shadowfoil Props had. That and the speaker pod. You can see this is CC Sabers lit Neopixel PCB. There is another one here in the emitter, and if I unscrew this, you can see the matching blade side PCB. Now, I do have my 18650 battery here, and it is fully charged. Of course, leaf spring your negative, positive toward the PCB. Now you're not going to hear anything because the speaker pod has a speaker in it and nothing's connected. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this back inside carefully. Let's push this in a little bit more. And I'm going to line this up so that I can see the switches. And I'm going to tighten down this chassis retention screw. Let's see if I can get it. Carefully. Just enough to go ahead and hold the chassis in place so that's not coming out. And we can now put those plungers back into their sockets. This is, of course, as Jeremy would say, this is a cram-fu install because it's a very small saber compared to others. And there's that. Just a sanity check. And it is working. Before I put the pommel back on. And now those pins should be engaged, and there's some nice shine through in that blade plug, and it does have twist off. And now we'll go ahead and take out the blade plug. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I only tightened down one retention screw to hold the blade plug in place. It should come out. There it is. Let's put this over here. And we're going to put this in, making sure to go ahead and twist this clockwise because the cup that's holding the PCB in place screws into the emitter. I'm going to go ahead and just tighten down these. I'm not going to be swinging it around a lot. I only had them put on three sound fonts on here. This is the child. Let's see if I can do this. There's a blade lockup. And the switch sound fonts, auxiliary.
Second sister.
I do like the second sister font. And the third font on here. Have to have Sith fonts on here because this is the dark version of the child. Now, as I mentioned, it does have a Bluetooth module in it. So we bring out the Force Sync app here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and it's going to search for sabers. It's going to find it right there. And just going to hit pair because we're not going to put in a code. And we're going to come over to Proffi. And we're going to click on that. And now, using this, it'll tell me that it is 100%. We can go over here to control panel, and we can power it up. There's the lockup. There's drag. Blaster. That is my reveal. I hope to have another saber coming in very soon. Another one that I'll be sending out to Jeremy to have installed. That one I'll go do an unboxing before I send it off to him. And, whoops, that's not the one. This is the one. Too many Allen keys for this little saber. And make sure and twist. And that is it for this week. And we will go ahead and see you next time.